You're welcome.
I don't owe you a damn thing.
All of this, falling apart like this, is on you.
Why don't you walk me through this?
We had a good thing, you stupid son of a bitch.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Racing Turtles channel. I am your host, Bobby Crush, and today we'll be taking a deep dive into the Helldivers 2 Sony fiasco and the reversal of the decision to require PSN accounts to play the game. Let's get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and just type in Helldivers 2. Let's do a couple searches here. Let's also go ahead and let's say Helldivers 2 PSN, right? There we go. PSN and Helldivers 2 Sony. Let's just do that. Let's see what we get. All right. What made Sony backtrack? Okay. Helldivers 2 is saved. Sony resurrected Helldivers. Sony CEO reveals PSN Steam rewards. We won! Sony reverse Helldivers 2 mandate. Helldivers 2 mandate reverse. Miraculous resurrection of Helldivers 2. Sony removed PSN requirement. Helldivers 2 huge update. PlayStation removes Helldivers 2 PSN requirement. It worked! Sony retreats Helldivers 2. Sony reverses Helldivers 2. Sony backs down. PlayStation says sorry. Helldivers 2. PlayStation backtracks. The miraculous resurrection of Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2! Helldivers 2 wins the major order against Sony. Sony removes Helldivers 2 PSN requirement. Sony reverses. Sony backtracks. It worked! We won! Disbelief as Helldivers 2 takes home the win from Sony. Sony backs down. Sony gave up. We won!
Winning! Dubs!
Helldivers 2 players are unstoppable! Now, I'm sure you're all aware of Sony's attempt to force PSN accounts on Helldivers 2 players. You might not have heard just yet that this decision was just reversed. The official statement confirming such is on screen now. Feel free to pause and read its exact verbiage. But TLDR, just know that this effectively reverses Sony's decision. Of course, this is a massive win for players. I don't want to undersell that at all. But it's really not the Giga Chad ass dub lots of folks are hyping it up to be. And I feel like it's a shame that super corporate Earth has us so destitute that this feels so monumental. Let me give you an analogy here. I want you to imagine you got a acquaintance that you and your friends all know. Let's call him Sonny, alright? Sonny's just down the block and he's got all the good stuff. But you gotta pay up. But those who pay get to play. His stuff's fire. His stuff's absolute fire. So one day, you find Sonny wanting to get you some, right? And you bring you some cash. He's like, that'd be $30. And you're like, all right. But Sonny, being the cool cat he is, lets you try some of the sauce before you go off on your own. So you and Sonny are hanging out, in the back alley, just ripping it a little bit, like, ooh, feeling good, all right? And you could tell right then and there he wasn't lying. He got that top shelf. He got that sticky icky. He got that good. He got that green. You're chilling. You getting faded, toasted, roasted. You absolutely blasting off. You feeling fantastic. You and Sonny becoming good friends. He's talking about some stuff with his ex. You telling him about some stuff with your parents, right? Y'all looking around, the birds are singing, the sun is shining, the plastic bags are blowing in the wind. Then Sonny points in the opposite direction. And then, all of a sudden, Sony whips out a knife and stabs you. He just stabs you. And you just collapse and you're laying there and you're bleeding out. And you're like, oh, Sony, why? And he just rips the knife out of you and says, oops, sorry. Let me ask you, would you ever try to buy from Sony again? I personally would be terrified of Sony. Now, all you Sony stans watching this, if you're getting triggered, go ahead and just feel free to lambast me in the comments. This guy's crazy, this is hyperbolic, yada, yada, yada. But this is a sentiment that is out there among our Helldivers community now that didn't have to be there, that isn't going away with this return to the status quo. Now, I know, this analogy's a little extreme compared to, what we're talking about. Like, we're literally just talking about a video game here, but many of the patrons who were affected by this situation feel this way. They feel so thoroughly betrayed that the game is still ruined for them. Or at the very least, they feel that the game needs some further value added to it because of this slight against them. And I want to shout out one other YouTube channel called Mystic. They put up a video that says, Sony backs down from Helldivers 2 PSN controversy, but the damage is done. And, definitely go check out their video. Their video was part of the reason why I felt like I had to make this, because I feel like it is a bit of minority among the player base that still feel, I guess you could just call it salty at Sony for trying this. But we're out here. We're still gonna play Helldivers. We're dedicated, but we want more value added to the game, or for the experience itself to be discounted because of what they tried. For a lot of people, we still feel like we're in L territory, and that sucks. Now, I might be in one of the more extreme camps where I almost want to keep the boycott of this game going and demand Sony discount the game for future players, or add more content, put more resources into making the game better. I want to see this game succeed. I want to see Arrowhead Studios succeed. But these corporations are insistent on finding every weakness, every way that they can possibly nickel and dime their consumer base. It's disgusting. It's exhausting. In my eyes, enough is enough. I don't know if y'all have noticed over the past 5 years or so, but these sorts of things have become more common, where you pay for something and then retroactively the terms of that agreement change, and not in your favor, but are just changed seemingly arbitrarily, but for the favor of the corporation. All for pushing higher stock evaluations per quarter. That's what this is all about. I mean, that's why Sony tried this in the first place. This disgusting tactic to falsely boost their PSN numbers and then effectively falsely boost their stock evaluation. That's just standard strategy for these corporations at this point. And it's everywhere. One of my favorite creators on YouTube, Louis Rossman, has been covering the de-evolution of our society toward this corporate dystopia for quite some time, and has numerous examples across numerous companies all over the globe of them viewing their consumers as a resource, not as a partner, not as someone that they're conducting business with or making a deal with. They see us almost like cattle, okay, for their profits. And I am exhausted of it. I love this game too much not to play it, but I cannot blame anyone who still won't play because of what Sony tried. It was absolutely disgusting what Sony tried. And returning us to neutral grounds here by them just reverting the decision doesn't give me confidence that they're not gonna try something else in the future. Well, that about sums it up, y'all. Comment down below what you think about this whole PSN fiasco. Thanks for watching.
Super Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty.
Hi there.
Democracy. Our way of life.
Oh, hello.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No!
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Helldivers.
Become part of an elite peacekeeping force!
See exotic new life forms. And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become a hero. Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.